So using a calculator to evaluate, in this case it's a secant, and it's in degree mode, but it's actually not written like degrees in decimal form. It's actually written as degrees, that's the little circle, right? The one hash mark is minutes, and the next hash mark is seconds. So when you subdivide a degree, we know what a degree is, 360 degrees in a circle. If you take this one degree slice out of that and divide it into 60 equal parts, that's called a minute. And if you take each one of those 1/60th of a degree and divide it into 60 equal parts, that's called a second, right? So if you're given an angle in that form, you have to enter it in that form, or you have to do something to take into account that it's not actually like 5.4, 0.12 or something like that. You can't do that. You could say it's the secant of 5 plus 40 over 60 plus 12 over 360 degrees. I mean, that would be okay. But your calculator actually will do this for you. There is a place to find degrees, minutes, and seconds. And we actually don't use this very much. I think there's some problems at the beginning of chapter 6 where all of a sudden there's degrees and minutes and seconds, and it usually throws us for a loop because we don't remember it, but this is where it was introduced. If you look on the calculator, let me clear this. Right, the place you want to look for degrees is, see above the apps key where it says angle? If you hit that second angle, and you're going to see the first option is degrees. The second option is minutes. Okay. Define the seconds to look down to the plus key. And it's not the seconds plus, right? That would be memory. It's actually to the right of that. It's the alpha plus, that's seconds. So if I wanted to, second quit. If I want to enter this as in the calculator in degrees, minutes, and seconds, I would say 5, second apps 1 for degree, 40, second app 2 for minutes, and then 12 alpha plus for the seconds. And now when I hit enter, it's going to turn it into a decimal. And that can go, you could either enter all of this in the trig function like that, or you can enter the decimal value. It'll be the same thing by then. Okay, now how are we going to do secants? Because we weren't asked to find the decimal form of the degree, right? We were asked to find the secant of 5 degrees, 40 minutes, 12 seconds. How do you find secants? We did it in the homework last night. John? It's 1 over cosine, right? So that would be 1 over the cosine of 5 degrees, 40 minutes, and 12 seconds. Or, since we just did this, 1 over the cosine of 5.67 degrees. So if I go to my calculator, make sure that if you're going to do this operation, since we're being given the angle is in degrees, you got to have your mode set to degree. It might be on radians because that's everything we were doing in the homework last night. Make sure it's there. And then 1 divided by cosine. And then either you could enter that in again, or I'm just going to bring up what I've already done before by doing second, and then on the minus here, it says answer, A-N-S. That means bring up the last thing you got when you hit enter on this thing. And that's the answer. So 1.005. Okay, so we know where to find that. And when we get to that one homework problem that ever comes up, we won't be like, I don't know. I mean, the truth is,